All right, so today we are going to take a look at some exercises for our lower back, our hips, and our balance. So our hip mobility, our core stability, these are big things that are really important when we're taking a look at injuries in baseball players. That a decrease in your range of motion of your hips and a decrease in your balance will set you up to have a higher risk for getting injured after playing baseball or throwing in a game. So we're going to take a look at 5 different exercises today. Now the first one, nice easy stretch laying flat on our back. So come along with me. You're going to lay flat on your back, both knees bent, lower back nice and flat on the ground. And from this position, what we're going to do is we're just going to try and drop our legs from side to side. Okay, make sure you're keeping your shoulder blades flat on the ground, not rotating your whole body, really just moving from your hips. Okay, after you finish that one, we're going to sit on up and we're going to do a 90-90 hip stretch. So we're going to take one leg and we're going to put it in front, the other leg, put it behind us. We're going to keep our body up nice and tall and then just reaching forward from our hips, leaning forward until we start to feel a stretch in the back of our hip. What you might have to do is kind of think about pushing this front knee into the ground, leaning forward, and you should feel it in that back hip muscle. After holding for about 5 seconds, what we're going to do, bring that hand behind you and try pushing that back knee into the ground now. So that way we're getting a nice stretch right in through the front of our hip here. Okay, holding for about 5 seconds. Coming forward. And switch. Okay, we're going to repeat this one. Both legs in front. A lot of times you're going to find that your rotation on one leg is a lot different than the rotation on the other side. Okay, those 2 exercises are going to help warm up our hips. Just get a little bit more range of motion there so that way we can throw a baseball properly, opening up from our hips and not putting so much strain on our shoulder. Next, we're going to also take a look at some of our balance. So what we're going to do is we're going to get into that position on all 4s again. Okay, so we're going to get into a nice tabletop position. Hands below your shoulders, knees below your hips. From here, what we're going to do is reach our opposite arm and leg straight out in front of us and straight behind us. We're going to come down and we're going to switch positions. Okay, each time you're going to hold for about 3 to 5 seconds at the top. If it starts getting too easy, what you can do is hold it for a little bit of a longer period of time. Okay, we can also lift our other foot up off of the ground. So less body parts are touching the ground is going to make it more challenging on our balance. So next position that we're going to get into is a half kneeling position. Okay, so this position in general just helps throw off our balance a little bit more, helps engage our core. So the further my foot is in front of my knee, harder it is to balance. The more I walk that foot out to the side, the easier it is. So I want you to find a comfortable position, somewhere right in the middle where you're going to feel a little bit wobbly, but you're not going to fall over each repetition. From here, grab a baseball bat, ball, whatever you have. And what we're going to do, we're going to start up here and we're going to come down across our hips. Okay, so lifting up, getting that full range of motion through our shoulder, coming down all the way into our hip. So we're going to repeat that 10 times on each side. Okay, helping just throw off our balance a tiny bit. The last thing that we're going to do today to help warm up our balance is called a Y balance. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and tap our heel as far forward as we can. Okay, we're going to come back to the middle. We're going to reach behind us as far as we can, come back to the middle, and then behind across our body and back to the middle. Okay, to make it harder, obviously reaching farther is going to make it more challenging for you. And then if you have some type of foam pad, a pillow, something like that, some unstable surface to stand on, going to make it a little bit more challenging. Just working on those little tiny ankle muscles, those hip muscles, activating our core and just getting ourselves ready to be able to throw a baseball, since we are going from one leg landing onto the other one. So let me know if you think these exercises are helpful. Again, improving your balance, improving the range of motion in your hips. These are things that are going to help keep you healthy and keep you on the field this season.